Hey everyone, I want to talk to those of you who are tired. Not just I need a nap tired, but soul tired. The kind of tired that comes from constantly feeling like you have to prove you deserve to take up space. We live in a world that tells us our identity is something we have to build, curate, and sustain every single day. We live in the age that has stripped away the idea that we are given an identity by God. Instead, we are told we have to create it ourselves. And honestly, that's exhausting. We are crushing ourselves under the weight of performance, grades, internships, likes, friendships, relationships. We treat it like a life resume, and we are constantly editing. My name is Arath Sanchez, and for a long while, that was me. I grew up in a religious environment. I was raised Catholic, and while I had a great foundation of who God was, I often translated that into a checklist. I thought God was like a cosmic boss, and I his God's employee. If I did good work, I get paid in blessings. If I slacked off, I would get fired or reprimanded. See, a couple years ago, I hit a wall. I faced a season of unintentional solitude. I got sick. My plans fell through, and suddenly I couldn't do anything. I couldn't work. I couldn't be productive. I couldn't perform. I couldn't make friendships. I just simply existed. I was just there. In that silence, oops, I wanted to fall. In that silence, I realized I was terrified. I thought if I wasn't useful, I wasn't loved. But that's where the real gospel met me. I realized I had been viewing the gospel as a set of instructions to follow to the letter, to earn my keep. But God met me in my quiet room and showed me that He wasn't waiting for my output. He wanted me. I realized the gospel isn't about me working my way up to God. It's about the Father reaching down to adopt me. It shifted from I have to do this to be saved to I am saved and I want to do this. It was the shift from employee to son and daughters and God. This brings me to my first major truth that I want to share with you: Trinitarian adaptation or adoption. Theologian Michael Reeves says that God is love because He is a Trinity: Father, Son, and Spirit, internally enjoying each other. God didn't create us because He was lonely or needed staff. He created us because that was His love overflowing. In the biblical story, creation was an act of this overflowing love. We were made to walk in the garden with God, but the fall happened, and when we decided we wanted to be our own bosses, we broke that relationship. We orphaned ourselves, and ever since, humanity has been trying to fill that void with work, money, and status. Humans. But here is the hope: Jesus Christ, the eternal Son, came to earth. Thomas Small calls this the Abba Father principle. Jesus lived the perfect life of obedience that we couldn't live. On the cross, He took the weight of our failure so that we would receive His status as a son. When we have faith, we aren't just forgiving criminals. We are adopted into a family, and we get to call the creator of the universe Dad or Father. This provides hope for your anxiety because it means your identity is not received. Well, as I was, it's not. achieved, it's received. You don't have to earn your seat at the table. It was brought to you. But it doesn't stop at just feeling safe. The second theme is kingdom mission. Authors Goheen and Bartholomew describe the Bible as a six-act drama. We aren't just saved from sin, we are saved for a purpose. We as a people, are currently in Act 5, the time of the church. We know how the story ends. The return of the King is coming, where he will set everything right, because we know the end of the story. We can work now without fear. We are invited to participate in healing the world, in our careers, our relationships, and our communities. This gives you hope, because it means your life has objective meaning. You aren't just floating in a rock in space, trying to make money until you die. You are a son of the King, working to restore his beauty and justice in this broken world. Your daily life, your studies, your kindness to other people, your hard work matters eternally. So here's a declaration. The pressure is off. Jesus Christ has already won the victory. He has secured your identity as a child of God, and he has given you a massive purpose in his kingdom. My invitation to you is this, especially if you're a college student who's feeling burnt out and or lost. It's this. Stop running. Stop trying to build an identity that can handle the weight of your soul. It will crush you. Instead, accept the invitation of God. Turn away from the idea that you are the master of your own life. Accept the identity of a beloved child that the Father offers you. And don't do this alone. It's impossible. Find a community, a church, a group, someplace to remind you of who you are. We are invited into a story much bigger than our own careers. We are invited to know the Father through the Son, by the Spirit. And that is the only thing we will ever give you. That was the only thing that will give you rest. So, learn to accept that the you is not the you. It's not the perfect you. God will show you the person you are meant to be, not just for your own sake or for his sake, but for the sake of your friends, of your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, your mom, your dad, your siblings. In God, you will find the person you are really meant to be. Because if you keep trying to conform to this world that doesn't really care about you, you're going to get washed away by the river. And sooner or later, you're going to find yourself miserable. You're going to find yourself alone. You're going to find yourself alone, especially when you're surrounded by friends. With Christ, with God, no matter what you do, he will always be by your side, especially in moments of great fear. Especially in great moments of fear. Because without him, you're not going to be able to get through this thing we call life. No one has ever done it by themselves. If they'd have, I don't think they're happy by it. So, to conclude, don't give up. Don't allow the world to break you. Don't allow it to scare you. Because we are taught that the only thing that we should fear is Him. And everything beside that, well, don't be afraid.